Well, good afternoon. This is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred. Really glad you could join me today out here in the vegetable garden. It's a beautiful day here today in Pennsylvania, Zone 6. And you know, our last frost date here in Pennsylvania was May 15th. It's now end of May, and you know, most of my warm weather crops have been planted. Tomatoes, peppers, zucchini, my squash. But you know, I did plant a lot of my tomatoes, and so now they need to be supported because I planted them a couple weeks ago. And so today I wanted to share with you some tips and ideas on how I support my Determinate type or bush type tomatoes. So thanks for joining me today out here in the vegetable garden. In our Plant Smart Living gardens, I have two types of tomatoes. I have the indeterminate and the determinate type tomatoes. Now the indeterminate are the vining type. Well, they're both vining, but indeterminate tomatoes can grow anywhere from 6 to 10 feet, maybe 12 feet. I have some sun gold cherry tomatoes that grow 14 to 16 feet long. So those are the indeterminate. They certainly need a trellis of some kind to grow up, or you could use a cattle panel trellis, which I use in my garden. But these here behind me in my 18-foot by 30-foot garden bed, they are the determinate variety. They're like the bush variety. What's nice is they come to fruit pretty much all at the same time, and they're great for canning, the variety. But I use a simple, easy, very effective way to support my tomatoes, and that's using these metal cages. And I ended up getting these from Ray's Nursery. They were between $4 to $5 a piece, but you really want to make sure you get the heavy-duty variety. I've seen some light-duty variety in the stores, and they just don't hold up the weight of the tomatoes. Even some of my Mountain Spring tomatoes and my other variety, they put a real strain on these, but they still make it, they still are able to support the tomatoes. But anyhow, right behind me is where I'm going to be installing these over my tomatoes. So follow me along. Now I realize there's other ways you can support your tomatoes. You can buy these tomato stakes that are any 4 feet, 5 feet long and hammer them in and you know, tie them to the wooden stake. And you know, there's other systems out there that people use, but you know, these tomato cages last me for years. What's nice about them is that, you know, they just stack real easy, and again, they only take minutes to install. And it's really nice when it comes to harvesting the tomatoes too, is that you can access these tomatoes really easy through these cages. But these heavy-duty cages really do a great job of supporting these tomatoes. So let's start installing these. And so I have 6 of these cages picked out that I'm going to show you how easy they are to install. And so let's just lay these out here. I got 2 more. And I have 6-inch by 6-inch holes cut through these plastic. And so these ends fit perfectly right through these holes. And you just want to push them in nice and firm. And so there's one done. And these tomatoes will just go right through these cages and they'll support them really nice. And so, you know, with the soil nice and loose, these go in really easy. But again, what's nice at the end of the season, you just pull these out and stack them up, and then they store really nice in your storage area. These will also poke right through the the polyethylene plastic, but I like using the 6 mil poly for my tomatoes and peppers because they love the heat. And the plastic also suppresses the weeds and warms up the soil early in the season. But anyhow, these go in really quick and they're once and done. You don't have to worry about tying the tomatoes up or anything during the growing season. Again, once they're in, they're going to support the tomatoes really well. And so let's take a closer look at these. And so they fit in nice right along where the 6" by 6" hole was cut out on my plastic. And we're really looking forward to these tomatoes growing and being able to harvest them. But this for me is just a really quick, easy and effective way. And once you invest in these, you know they're going to last quite a few years because they're also a galvanized steel. Well, anyhow, I hope this video was able to give you some ideas on how you can support your Determinate or bush type tomatoes. And if you have any questions or comments about this video, feel free to leave them in the section below. And you can also visit us at plantsmartliving.com. And there you can learn more about gardening and also how you can reclaim your health by adopting a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. Well, anyhow, I hope you have a wonderful day today. So until next time, this is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred.